Hey guys, I'm back, and I do mean back. Back by popular demand. Today I'm going to teach you how to make some home-style crispy coleslaw. You will need the ingredients that you see here. I got some cabbage, red and green, some carrots, black pepper and salt, sugar, mayo, vinegar, and celery seed. I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands, and let's get started. Alright guys, so I have first washed off my cabbage in cold water, and I just pat it dry to get all the moisture out of it. And then you're going to take your cabbage and you're going to cut it in half. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the halves and I'm going to cut it again into a wedge. Alright, so I'm taking the side of the wedge and I'm just cutting little strips very thinly. You don't want large chunks of coleslaw. You want to slice them as thin as possible. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to also cut them a little bit in half so that I get about 1 inch size of coleslaw. You don't want to be biting into a long string of almost noodle length of coleslaw. So here I'm just chopping it up into little size, and this is about the size you want to do, about 1 inch for each of the lettuce. Okay, I have finished chopping the green cabbage. I'm going to take them and put them in a bowl, and then we're going to start working on the red cabbage. I've done the same thing, washed it in cold water and dried it off. And then we're going to cut it into half and then take one of those half and cut it into a wedge. This one wedge will make a lot of coleslaw, so depending on how many wedges you need, one does us just fine here. So I'm just going to use one wedge, and then I'm going to also cut that into thin slices. If this is your first time to the party, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time the fun begins. Okay, I have chopped my red cabbage into 1 inch slices, and I'm also transferring that to our bowl where we're going to mix up our coleslaw together. Now I'm taking the leftover cabbage and I'm putting them into a Ziploc bag, and what this is going to do is be your coleslaw pre-mix. So you get more in a pack than you would at that store for like $1 or something. So definitely don't throw it away. Get your Ziploc bag, put your cabbage in there, and you have almost unlimited coleslaw for whenever you need it. Now I'm taking me a couple of carrots that I've also washed off, and I'm cutting off the ends and the tips, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to slice them the long way and then slice them in half, and then I'm going to also make strips out of these. And I'm going to cut them in half if they're too long so that I can also get about 1 inch strips to add to the mix. Okay, so I finished cutting up my carrots into the sliced sizes that I like, and I'm going to go ahead and add them to our bowl with the rest of the coleslaw mix. And like I did previously, I'm going to take any extra cabbage, any extra carrots, and I'm going to throw them in my Ziploc bag, and I'm going to place them in the refrigerator so whenever I want to make some coleslaw, I have them ready. Okay, my bowl was entirely too small to stir in, so I'm transferring it to a bigger bowl. And now I'm going in with my mayo. Now really quickly, guys, you can use other condiments with this. You can use salad dressing. I've even seen people use ranch. I don't necessarily care for the dill taste in my coleslaw, so I'm just using some old-fashioned mayo. Don't use Miracle Whip. Regular mayo like Duke's or Hellman will be the best. And then I'm using about a tablespoon, and I'm going to stir it. And I just want enough to just coat the cabbage and carrots. I don't like runny coleslaw. I just like enough, and I still want to taste the crunch in my vegetables. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of black pepper, and we're going to also do some salt. I'm going to stir it up, make sure everything is balanced and everything is to taste. And then we're going to go in with a little bit of celery seeds. Now this recipe will be really good with some chopped celery stalk in it, but I didn't have any on hand, so I'm just going to use some celery seed. But trust me, it is still going to be amazing flavor. If you never tried it with the celery seeds, you got to give it a try. It definitely gives the coleslaw a different taste and a boost. Now I'm going to stir up this again, taste it, make sure everything is where I want it. And then we're going to go in with some sugar. Now over here, coming from how my aunt made it, we always like our coleslaw very sweet. So I'm going to be going in with about a tablespoon of sugar. I may put a little bit more because like I said, we like a lot of sugar in our coleslaw. We like it very sweet, more so than on the tang side. But we're also going to go in with just a little bit of vinegar. Now, mayo automatically has vinegar in it, so you don't want to do too much because, again, after a while when it's been sitting in the refrigerator, all that liquid is going to weigh down the coleslaw, and you just don't want runny coleslaw. It doesn't taste good at all, guys, so please be mindful of how much either lemon juice or vinegar that you're putting in your coleslaw. And as you see right there, I'm using just a cap, maybe in a half full, and that's it. No more, no less. And we're going to stir that together, and pretty much your coleslaw is ready. Now if you really want all the flavors to get well incorporated, put it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes or an hour, let them marinate together, and your coleslaw is ready to go. But it's ready to serve right now, and look at it, guys. Perfect. Get you some fried catfish with a side of coleslaw, and there you go, some homemade coleslaw right in front of you. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. I want to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.